Did you know that in The Sims 3, they actually made a way so that you can run, work, own your own restaurants, much in like a Sims 2 open for business or a Sims 4 dine out type of experience? Though I will say, I think it works much better in the way that I'm about to show you in The Sims 3 than it does in The Sims 4 dine out. The Sims 3 actually came out with a Sims 3 store set called the Business as Usual Bistro. For those of you that know what it already is, I'm sure you're thinking right now, Maddie, that really doesn't work. Like, it's really, really, really bad if you use the EA vanilla Sims 3 Bistro. Oh my gosh, this guy is like getting in my face. Okay, give me some space, sir. There was actually a mod made by a creator called Annie who posted their creations on the NRLS website, where Annie went ahead and modded the Sims 3 store item, the Business as Usual Bistro, renamed it the Business as Unusual Bistro, and it adds like so many more things than you would normally be able to do with the original Sims 3 set. Before you click off of the video and say, I don't want to spend money on the Sims 3 store items, don't worry, there are ways to get the Sims 3 store items for free. I'm going to leave that there and instead point you to my Discord, where I have all the resources and all the references. And if you go into the channel I'm showing on screen right now, there is a way to get it for free. Just so we have a reference point of what the Business as Usual Bistro, the Sims 3 store set, does, it comes with this lot, which you can find in your bin in Edit Town, that you can just place down. And this is the pre-built restaurant. Of course, you can build your own restaurants. That's the main draw of this set. And it will leave us with this object right here. It is called the Industrial Time Oven. If you click on it, it'll give us a plethora of options. We can set the hours for the lot, which we can choose from 3 different time presets. We can also set the food quality for the lot. We can hire a chef, which will actually, this is a completely vacated town. It will actually spawn a random sim in, and we're already getting some issues that you can see here. The regular chef could not make it to work today. Henry Shakan will be working this shift. So Stacy Hardy was the original. As you can see, this is what EA gave us. This is the crumbs that they gave us, and they just put it on a platter and said, here, this kind of works. You can also fire the chef that was just spawned in, and you can set the menu for the lot in this really weird, janky sort of UI. And then there is also a menu, which you just place down on the table like so. I'm using Don Lothario as our example over here, but Don will come over, place an order. Fun little tidbit about what EA gave us in the vanilla version of this set. The chef that is spawned to work on this lot also has to double as a waiter. So the chef is making the food back here, and they will also go ahead and also be waiting on tables and all that kind of stuff. And as you can see, the chef is just in an infinite making food loop, even if nobody has placed an order yet. In addition, if I had Don go on a date here, it is very difficult to get him and his potential date to eat at the same time. So it's really jank. So what did the overhauled version, Annie's version, the Business as Unusual Bistro as it's called, what did it overhaul and how does it work? Now this is the Business as Unusual Bistro. Notice that it is not the Business as Usual Bistro, it's unusual. This is the revamped version of the Business as Usual Bistro. Obviously, I'm not showing like a one-to-one comparison. I mean, obviously this is my own custom-made lot. This lot is just, it's called Grandma's Cafe because it's styled in a way that we have a grandma owning the restaurant. Now, what's really cool about this lot, as you can see, it is identical. It uses the same exact object from EA, so the vanilla EA object, but it overhauls the industrial oven from the Sims 3 store. If you decide to download this mod for yourself, it is right next. It's the same exact price as the It's Business Time industrial oven. If we come down here, you do require the original object, so you will have to grab the one from the Sims 3 store. You're going to place it down and you want to make sure you're using the Unusual Bistro, and then it has the corresponding menus just like the original Sims 3 store object itself, and you're going to place these on tables that you want Sims to dine at. So with both of the menus and the industrial grill, I'm going to show you how to do it on the standard lot that EA provided us. I'm going to come over here to one of the business as unusual stoves, and I'm going to click enable shifts. When I do this, as you can see, it's not going to let me, nobody's going to be summoned to this lot because we actually haven't assigned anybody. So first thing you want to do before you enable a shift is you want to go to settings. We're going to create a shift, and then you're going to choose the starting hours. This is something really cool. As you saw from before, EA gave us standard values, like what was it, like 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. or something like that. But this actually allows you to really get in there and choose whatever hours you want your Sims to work till. So this is going to be 8 a.m. in the morning. That's fine with me. And the ending hour for the shift is going to be the end of the day. Now this uses a 24-hour clock format. So if I wanted the shift to end at 5 p.m., I would put 17 because that's 5 p.m. in the 24-hour clock format. So I'm going to set it till 1700 on the clock, and then it's going to ask me for a chef. This isn't going to summon one out of thin air just like the EA one does. This is actually going to give you a whole list of everyone in town that you can choose from, ranging from the aliens to the townies to the NPCs. Something I would recommend you to do before you assign just someone at random is make sure that the person you assign does not have a job. Especially if you're using Enroll story progression, what tends to happen is the Sims will get randomly assigned to a job. So for example, let me just choose Nicholas Riverhawk over here. If I swap over to Nicholas right now, he has a job as a cucumber smasher. This was a really bad example. Let me pick someone that has standardized hours. There we go. So his wife, Fawn Riverhawk over here, has a job that goes from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now, as you guys just saw, this restaurant is open till 7 p.m. at night, which means that Fawn is going to have a conflict in her schedule. So before you assign a chef in town, what I'd recommend doing is go over to whatever Sim you want to assign as the chef in town. I usually pick somebody that has good cooking skill, or I have like a storyline in mind for them. Like for example, for that cute little grandma's cafe that you guys saw over here, I took one of the Hidden Springs residents. Her name is Granny Shoe. That's what the name that EA gave her, and she's like this cute grandma. And in my mind, my story is that Granny Shoe owns this grandma's cafe down here, and she runs this place herself. So I picked a Sim on purpose, and what I did is I actually went into her career in here. So I'm gonna go back to my original Sim that I was showing that has like a standardized schedule, and there are a couple of settings in NROS that you need to put up in order for the chef Sim to not get a job. I'm gonna take you through those really quickly right here. If we go to NROS, we're gonna go to Sim options. Make sure you click Sim options and not town options, and we're going to come over here and go to career allow find job. We're gonna set this to false, and we're also going to go to career allow progression, and we're going to also set this to false. And once we have these two settings as false, we're going to go back to the original Sim that you want to be the chef, go to NROS, master controller, intermediate, career, and then we're going to go to choose job. I'm going to want to set her to unemployed. If you don't have this, this is from NROS Master Careers Unemployed module. It's like a little additional file you just drag in with NROS Careers mod, and you will need that, I do believe, in order to have the unemployed job as a career. And what this will now allow us to do, if we come back to our original restaurant and we go to create a shift, we're gonna go create a shift again, and I'm gonna just leave the hours at 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And then now we can choose Fawn. What is her last name? I think it's like Riverhawk right here. We're gonna set her as the chef, and this will make it so, oh, you can also set the hourly wage. I'm just gonna leave that at 10 simoleons. And we also will need waiters. So something that this mod adds is it actually adds waiters, so the chef doesn't have to wait on your Sim. The chef doesn't all have to do everything. Now, as you can tell, we are now being asked to assign a waiter. So the same thing that we did with the chef is what we're going to want to do with the waiters. I'm going to just choose a sim at random in here. I don't have anyone in mind. I am going to choose Hector Mendoza, and he's going to be our waiter. We're going to want to then go over to Hector and make sure that he doesn't have a job that will conflict with the 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. hours that we have set up for our restaurant. And also, you may be asking me, Maddie, what if I want to do this with someone in my household? I actually don't know how that works. I think your sim can own the lot, but I don't know if they can do like the waiter and chef stuff. I think it has to be an inactive sim or someone outside of your household. All right, so if we go to Hector over here, as we can see, he also has a job that would conflict with the restaurant hours, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. So we're going to go over to Hector and we're going to do the same exact thing we did with Hector as we did to our chef. We're going to go under sim options. We're going to go under career allow find job and career allow progression. And we're going to set these both to false. We're going to click OK in NROS story progression. And we're going to go under NROS, master controller, intermediate career, and then choose job. And we're going to also give him the unemployed job. Obviously, he isn't technically unemployed, but there is no corresponding job that we have with the waiters and the chefs. I mean, I can't like give him one in here. This is like more of a self-employed type of thing. So if I switch back to our main household that I was playing before, every day now at 8 a.m. till 5 p.m., we will have a chef and a waiter or waitress that will come over here. First thing you want to do though is enable the shift. I almost forgot to enable the shift. That would be bad. All right, so if we wait till tomorrow at this time, they will show up. But first thing we need to do before we have them begin working is we need to set the menu for the lot. As you saw before, the way that EA had this interface was very, very janky. I much prefer this way. We can just go through here and double click on any foods that we want to serve at this restaurant. Typically, if it's like a American restaurant, I'll serve like burgers and fries and all that kind of stuff. If it is a cafe restaurant, like we saw over here at Grandma's Cafe, I'll serve things like scones and all that kind of stuff. This lot is actually closed for the day, so I can't show you what this restaurant serves. Actually, I can. So as you can see, I serve like apple pies and banana pie and fruit parfait and all that kind of stuff. So I tend to have like a little storyline that I go for each lot, just to make it conducive so that it makes sense that the food that's being served at that lot is actually the food being served at that lot. So I'm gonna advance time a little bit and I will show you this when it is the appropriate time of day. So I will be right back. So as 8 a.m. is approaching, they should be teleported right on over, so there will be no like routing issues or anything like that. Here we go. Let's see if they're teleported, and where are they? There they are. So here is our waiter. I want to see where our chef is. Maybe she takes an extra minute to teleport. I don't know. Oh, she's here. She actually routed here. Okay, so here's our chef. She's gonna go right to making food. So to show this off, now that we have our waiter and our chef here, I'm gonna have us go and ask to dine, and I'm gonna click on the sim that I want to dine with. So I'm gonna click on Philip Annan because that is her husband, and they should both now, actually I think I have to tell her to go and sit across from him. Let's have them sit at the same table. He's going to go ahead, read his menu, and I think they'll place their order at the same exact time, which is great. Yes, they are going to place their order at the same exact time, and they do get a water to sip on as they dine. So it's just a regular quality drink. I'm not sure what kind of drink it is. It says mixed by Clementine, so it just spawns a drink so that they have something to sip on as they're waiting for their food to be cooked. And as you can see, the waiter actually carries the platter out here to them, and this is something that only comes with this mod. You normally won't have a waiter. It would normally be the chef actually doing this. And there we go. They should now both get their food at the same exact time. It is nice quality. He got stir fry, she got combination pizza margarita. Now, one thing I will say is, as you can tell here, our waiter, Hector, his clothing isn't very waiterly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a little tip. I'm going to take him into Master Controller. We're going to go under Stylist. You may need Master Controller Cheats module on top of Master Controller in order to do this. I'm gonna go to clothing, and then we're gonna go to career. So something really cool actually about this add-on is the outfit that it's putting Hector in is actually his career outfit. If we look in his everyday, I think his outfit might have gotten cloned. Yeah, so his outfit got cloned from his everyday attire to his career outfit, but whenever he is summoned over to this lot in the morning, it's actually swapping him into his career outfit. So if we put something that like a waiter would wear, like something, let's see if I have something. Let's put him in something like this. This is gonna be his waiter outfit. I guess I could have also gone with something like this. That seems a little bit more appropriate. As you can see, Hector is going to be wearing this outfit every time he shows up for work in the morning. And we could do the same thing for our chef back here if we wanted to give her like a chef outfit, so he's not wearing his everyday attire. So if you do that, they will look a little bit more like they belong and that they fit in. And that is how you can create a fully functioning Sims 2 open for business or Sims 4 dine out, however you want to frame it, experience in The Sims 3. It's a little unfortunate that the original EA version doesn't quite work well, and you actually have to install a mod for the store content in order to get it fully functioning. This lot is very dead right now. I don't know if it's because it's like out of the way or because it's like super early. I'm not sure, but Grandma's Cafe, I mean, this is the one that's always bumping. Maybe we should go over here and see what's going on. As you can see, we have our owner of this restaurant and waitress, Granny Shoe. She is taking orders. She's going to be helping out our chef over here, Ryan Anderson. He's making all the food for everybody, and she's taking orders, which is so cool. And also in active Sims, like Sims outside of your household, you'll see place orders and eat here, which is so cool that their world feels a lot more alive with this mod, because there'll be actually Sims like sitting down and dining alongside you. So amazing. As you can see, she just took something out of the fridge and popped it in the oven, and she's gonna grab it and serve it to some of the clients here at the restaurant. I forget how much of this comes from the modded version of this store content item and how much comes with the original store content item. I know for a fact the waiters and waitresses are not included. It feels really weird to have like the chef serve all the food to everybody. Like the chef is making the food and has to serve it. That's kind of a lot, but you can see she's now got her strawberry pie. So super cool mod. I hope that this video could help you guys. Just make sure, one thing I will draw a big red circle around to make sure that you do is when you are building your own restaurants, make sure you place down the business as unusual oven and not the EA one. You can see the difference here. It says business as unusual, and make sure you're also placing the correct menus down. I actually think that the menus get overridden with the modded menu and not the EA default one. Like as you can see, I don't have another menu in here, so just I'm drawing a big red arrow, a big red circle around making sure that you use the correct objects. So I hope this video could help you guys make your own Sims 2 or Sims 4 style open for business or dine out experience. You can obviously do this with any lot that you wish to start a little restaurant at, and I'm not sure how this would work. Let me swap over to Granny Shoe and we'll see if I'm able to, like, is she gonna autonomously do this by herself? Is this like an inactive only thing? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure how this works. Like, is she gonna do this? Oh, okay, so I guess if you do have them do this in your own household, they just autonomously like take the orders and serve the food and stuff. So that's good to know that if I wanted to make like my own family restaurant, I could do it with Sims in my household. I don't have to like queue anything up. She'll just do it all by herself. I'm not sure like what happens if I cancel this interaction. Will she automatically start doing it again? Let's see. Oh, I actually can't cancel it out. Like I'm trying to cancel it out and it doesn't work. Okay, cool. And I do think that she makes money at the end of each shift, because as you saw, it did ask for an income for both. Oh, okay. So her workday just ended. And as you can see, he just changed into his regular clothes because he's done doing his chef stuff. So really cool. All right, I hope this answered your questions. And there's fighting happening at this public lot. Well, that's a great way to end the video. Anyway, guys, I hope you learned something. I hope this was informative of ways that you can make your own restaurants in The Sims 3. It was never left out of The Sims 3. It's just a really roundabout, backward way of how you have to do it, unfortunately. And I want to, I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like, give it a sub. I have tons of other informative Sims 3 videos on my channel. I will leave the playlist in the top right, and I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.